Do you think it's possible for action and adventure to collide with advocacy and awareness? We're going to look into that today on the updated Bookstore Tour. We're going to ride along with the frontline workers rescuing those in crisis, a mental, physical, and spiritual. But you will have to buckle up because the action is 24/7, just like the shifts. Not only is there action along with that advocacy and awareness, but there's also danger, suspense, romance, faith, and inspiration. I'm going to explain that to you in a minute at this updated Bookstore Tour. There is a link in the description, nurseann.com, Ann with an E. I am Nurse Ann. I'm a certified emergency and mental health registered nurse on the front lines for many years and still going. So we have this updated Bookstore Tour. Not only is there the fictional drama of emergency and mental health, along with that faith, inspiration, and action, there's also 6 devotionals along with my latest just released that gives you a lot of inspiration, a lot of mental health, a lot of wellness, a lot of insight, wisdom, some biblical prescriptions, just a lot of life hacks. And I'm going to go over those today in today's updated latest Bookstore Tour that you can also see at the website. So with that being said, we're going to jump into an intro of the mental health and emergency fictional drama. Then I'll go over quickly just the intros of the 6 devotionals along with the new release. Then we'll break apart. I'll let you know there's 6 stories in the mental health fiction, but it's all combined, it's interconnected as one. We'll go over the intros of each stories. So with that being said, let's jump into that. As I said, I'm Nurse Ann. I hope that you follow this channel. There's a lot of action and adventure, fiction, devotionals, videos and podcasts for your wellness of mental, physical, and spiritual to help you break out of boxes of places that you feel stuck, whether it's labels, diagnosis, just self-imposed condemnation, just worrying about life and the future. There's so much there to help you thrive and overcome and push past that. Lots of emotional intelligence, lots of emotional fortitude and resilience. So let's jump into the first book. This is the 6-part drama series that I created in my free time as a busy nurse on the front lines. It's 6 different stories that highlights different mental health and emergency struggles that people go through on the front lines of emergency and mental health, struggles that you go through. You also get to see the frontline workers, their thought battles, their relationship drama. It's interconnected all the way to the end. So as I said, there's lots of action. It's written to be a television drama series with your help. And that being said, I'll show you very quickly before we jump into it. It was also made into an audiobook because it's tons of action, adventure, and advocacy. It's the Mental Falls First 6 Stories edition by Nurse Ann, that's me. And it was narrated by Drama Simpson. And he brought it to life with siren noises, lots of action, different character voices. The Mental Falls First 6 Stories edition, Audible and iTunes. So let's jump into the intro and then we'll get on to the devotionals on this Bookstore Tour. So, as I said, you get to ride along with the frontline workers as they rescue those in crisis of mental, physical, and spiritual. Buckle up for this compelling ride filled with danger, action, suspense, romance, faith, and inspiration. Shifts are 24/7. And also, what role does God play in the outcome of these life drama, these relationship situations? We're going to find that out soon. I'm going to read you the intro to each one. Before that, we're going to jump into just the intros of my 6 self-published devotionals, which is something that you can also do too. I'd love to help you with that. If you want to leave it in the comments, all of that is free, but it's exciting to put your unique voice and your thoughts and ideas out into the world. So the latest that was just released is Your Everyday Legacy Poetry Devotional by Nurse Ann. And this one is about to splash impactful transformation as you go. Transformation for your life, your thoughts. It spills onto the lives of those you care about and as you go. Because you know what? Your life's legacy isn't just for the future, but it's also for everyday encounters. As we tend to the garden of our soul and cultivate a deeper relationship with our Creator, newness and freedom will emerge. And these blessings will produce joy, peace, and wonder that will refresh the lives of those we encounter. The inward and outward transformation will spring forth with endless ripples onto the ocean of humanity. And in this devotional, there is a quick poem that I wrote just about the subject, and then there is a devotional piece to just help us along with our life, and then also some life hack tips that will help you with each of these. And the chapters in this of leaving your legacy that I said is both for here and now. It's your legacy of transformation. Oh, and by the way, at my website, I also have a new tab called your life legacy, your legacy. And you can see, actually, I did videos on these subjects. So your legacy of transformation, your impact, your legacy of kindness, your legacy of integrity, your legacy of advocating for others, a legacy of wisdom, helping others win, truth-telling, self-worth, being a peacemaker with boundaries, authenticity, overcoming struggles in life, different things, releasing your gifts, leadership by example and service, and healing of body, mind, and spirit. And then we wind it up with your faith walk, even in the middle of doubts. So that is your Everyday Legacy Poetry Devotional by Nurse Ann. There's also a link at the website. But let's get through this bookstore tour, and we'll go on to the next devotional. And then the next to the latest is Ignite Life Poetry Devotional by Nurse Ann. This one also helps you to spill your passions to ignite healing and blessings for all. In this, I left also poems in a devotional to help us. There's a lot of serious life struggles that people go through, not just on the front lines, but in the world at large. We talk about, there's a lot of different things in here. We talk about homelessness, human trafficking, domestic violence, our self-worth. We talk about just feeling inferior, generational cycles, dementia, memory disorders. And the first one is titled Outward Mirror. And as I said, I want you to, as you go, dare to inspire and bless everyone in your path, because the life stories that we encounter daily are filled with struggle, triumph, joy, sorrow, self-doubt, and everything in between. And in here, you can challenge yourself to discover these stories and ignite passion and potential for your own journey, along with mutual encouragement for others. And as I said, I'm a certified emergency and mental health nurse on the front lines and still going. So Ignite Life Poetry Devotional by Nurse Ann. Get a drink of water, everyone. It's so healthy for you. It's even healthy for your cells. Do you want healthy cells? Also at the website, there's a lot of tabs for your health of your body, along with your mind and spirit. This was my first attempt at poetry, and it's mental health poetry devotional. This one is also inviting you to investigate and embrace God's promise of power, love, and a sound mind. A lot of different mental health things that we think about, struggles in our everyday life. And we really talk about a lot of subjects about also staying encouraged for ourselves. Some of the titles in here. The first one is Screams of Shame. Sometimes we have that feeling of shame and just how to deal with that. There's Sheep Among Wolves, which talks about homelessness and hallucinations and people battling mind disorders and even homelessness. There's Man on the Bridge, talking about depression and relapse. There's New Light, there's Glow, talking about how to glow up your life. There's a couple Mother's Day poems. There's Street Wars and Blood on My Shoes, which talks about the gun violence, especially from my perspective as a nurse on the front lines of emergency and trauma. There's Choices, Freedom's Path, Tempted/Escape Route. We all face temptations. Mental Battles. Then there's The Hole in My Heart, Change, Healing Storm. We talk about ruminations and trauma cycles and getting past that. There's Power, Love, and a Sound Mind. There's encourage one another. Encouraging others is so important. Cage to conformity, and also puppeted or powerful. Talks about breaking out of boxes of just trying to worry about what others think and just staying stuck in a certain box in our life. And then the last one we wrap it up was called quietness, which is the opposite of this noise. But quietness is just really encouraging to slow down and how to do that. So in the Mental Healing Poetry Devotional, we talk about life challenges. We discuss them along with God-ordained courage and healing to help us turn away from those mindsets controlled by fear. And there's inspiration to step into your true destiny of a faith walk and a purpose-driven path. Mental Healing Poetry Devotional by Nurse Ann. Link at the website. At my website, they're all on the front cover along with at the store tab. And I also have a tab about poetry, and you can see I did read some of those on there and see them come to life. And the next one is my Inspiration Battles Devotional, and this is the hardcover version of it. Inspirational Battles Devotional, Biblical Medicine for Real Life. Along with it, there's also Soul Searching with a dose of encouragement. Because you know what? I know, you know, that the battle to stay inspired can seem overwhelming at times. But God reminds us that our faith should not be in the power of people, but in his wisdom. So fear not as you embark on this journey of allowing him to search your life and let the Spirit spotlight penetrate your heart, mind, will, emotions, your everything. Whatever might seem difficult for the moment will yield a reward of peace and purpose. You can find new hope and inspiration on this A to Z devotional exploration. We talk about a lot of just also serious things in our life. It's really about doing a lot of soul searching, introspection, thinking about the trajectory of our life, making the changes that we need to, prayer, and just a lot of other inspiration in the Inspiration Battles Devotional by Nurse Ann. Hopefully your favorite nurse and new indie author. Please follow this channel, support it, leave your comments, like it, share it with others that need inspiration and inspirational wellness. And then this was really a lot of fun to make, fun to do, and it's fun to read. It's the Word Puzzles Devotional. In this, I did interesting words, and I linked it to our interesting and unique words, and I linked it to our everyday life and our inner thought struggles, along with relevant biblical prescriptions so you can get your dose of wisdom and inspiration. We all want to overcome and thrive, so there's hope and new light for your life journey. Guess what else is in here? Medicine for your soul. Do you need soul medicine? We all do. So, Word Puzzles Devotional by Nurse Ann. Also a link at the website. And the last devotional before we jump into the intros of the fictional drama is Energized Health, Body, Mind, and Spirit. Oh, we all need energized health. And we just talk about practical tips for getting that for your body, your mind, and your spirit, because as I said, they work together in synergy. Also, there's a lot of health tips designed to jumpstart your energized life of purpose. And this devotional is designed to propel your total health for body, mind, and spirit. Let's get started. See you at the website. You can get this book. There's also a tab at my website, Nurses Station. There's healthy eating, mental wellness, so much more. Get a drink of water. Speaking of wellness. Now I'm going to give you the quick intros of each of the 6 stories. They are individual books, but I put it all in one book because it's really just like one story. And it's written to be a television drama series. It's from the beginning to the end, all the frontline workers and some of the people that they take care of. It's all interconnected. The relationships have a culmination. So it's almost free in this one book because I just want you to ride along with this action and adventure along with advocacy and awareness. I really, as a nurse on the front lines, I have a lot of empathy and compassion, a lot for what people go through. And a lot of times we don't see all the struggles, and it just highlights some of this. And not just the struggles that others go through, but also the families, the community, the church, and the frontline workers that help take care of people, and just everything, things that go on. And so, as I said, there's also in the audiobook, and it's the Mental Files First 6 Stories edition, Audible and iTunes. You're going to really feel like you're in the action of a television drama and or movie if you get this. He really brought it to life with the character noises, siren noises, action noises. The Mental Files First 6 Stories edition by Nurse Ann, Audible and iTunes. When you get it, please leave a review. You know, as an independent author, we need reviews and followers sharing this with others, and that will really help, and I'll appreciate it. It's just not even all about me. It's really about helping others and bringing that light to what people go through. So the first one is very was serious, also to my heart, and it started off with the Mental Files Sheep Among Wolves. And this is about a young lady. She's on the street alone, battling frightening hallucinations, trying to fend off ravenous predatory wolves, people that don't have her best interests. And she's naive and battling those hallucinations. And you're going to see what she goes through, along with the man on the bridge, from relapse and just not knowing what to do. And you're going to ride along with caseworker Lita and Officer Leon. You get to meet them as they try to convince the man on the edge of the bridge not to do the unthinkable. And can they rescue the naive young lady whose mind is being ravaged by those frightening hallucinations? Will the paranoid young lady Julie trust the caseworker and the nurses? Or will the confused little lamb listen to her so-called boyfriend that she met at the bus stop? And does the lonely caseworker fall for the handsome officer in spite of the nagging red flags? Will she rely on faith or feelings? Join these frontline workers as they battle forces of darkness, seen and unseen. You know, not all battles we can see. It's also mental, spiritual, physical, kind of seems mystical. That's a line from one of my poems. The ships are 24/7. Buckle up for this compelling ride filled with suspense, danger, action, romance, faith, and inspiration. And that is the first story. It's the Mental Files Sheep Among Wolves, which leads you into the action. And the second stories, the Mental Files Dr. John Doe. And it asks, why is the elderly man running in traffic screaming that he's a doctor? Follow the officer, the caseworker, the nurses, and their newest ride along from the street to the healthcare system. And find out if Leon and Lita are going to take their relationship to the next level. And there's mental health struggles, thought strongholds. We talk about dementia, Alzheimer's also in here. And these strongholds rage in this ongoing drama. What role does God play in the outcome? The shifts are 24/7. Buckle up for this compelling ride. And that is the Mental Files Dr. John Doe, also included in that one book for you, and the audio book. And with your help, what? A television drama or web series. We can do this. And then it leads you into more action and drama in the Mental Files A Tent Under the Bridge. And it asks, will the homeless woman let the frontline workers help her find a safer life? And it also talks about sometimes why people that are homeless choose to live in a tent or under the bridge of their car as opposed to a shelter. And it kind of just talks about the system, because I've been seeing that for decades, so many years. And also, can the new paramedic handle the trauma and drama? Why did Julie run away again? And will the caseworker be able to trust the handsome officer again? The ships are 24/7. Buckle up for this compelling ride. Action, danger, romance, faith, and what? Inspiration. That's the Mental Files A Tent Under the Bridge. We really get into homelessness, the ministry community, and just how some people want to help and some people don't want to help. There's a lot of people that just want to stay in their comfortable lives and not get involved. And then leading you in, we have the Mental Files Defenders of the Week. Ride along on this continuing drama series as the frontline workers attempt to rescue those in crisis of what? Mental physical and spiritual. Can Chandra break out of her paralyzing fear and anxiety? We talk a lot about anxiety, people getting bullied, and how they help each other. Can she break out of her paralyzing fear and anxiety? Can you? Stop allowing bullies to take over her existence and place her in danger. Bullies are no fun. Don't be a bully yourself. Will she be able to help the stranger with a similar struggle? Or will the opposition take them both down? You're going to find out. Will the Frontline Workers Project to help the less fortunate be thwarted by the community members and some of the church members that don't want their comfort disturbed? Is the opposition willing to place others in danger to keep their status quo? Strongholds to be broken. A God who is able. The shifts are what? 24/7? Buckle up for the bumpy ride. And next, second to last, is the Mental Falls ready, willing, and able. Ride along with the frontline workers on the continuing drama as they discover that problems exist in every type of household, for richer or poorer. And sometimes the unlikeliest of people can be the actual heroes. Abilities triumph over a spectrum of doubt. We get into autism and the spectrum, disabilities, and how people, no matter what your diagnosis is, everyone has their unique personalities, their unique talents. A lot of times they can be the actual superhero in their own way in the lives of others in some situations. So will the young paramedic make wise or hasty relationship decisions? How about you? Do you make wise or hasty relationship decisions? Leave that in the comment. Make sure you follow, like, share. And why does the mental health nurse get sent to the emergency room? What happened? Can the community and the church finally accept the so-called different people in their midst? Once again, buckle up for the fictional drama series highlighting mental health and relationship drama. Discover if the team can help those in crisis, mental, physical, and spiritual. Leading you into the action with the season finale is, this is exciting, drum roll, the Mental Falls Out of Control. One more won't hurt, or will it? How about in your life? One more won't hurt. When does the seemingly harmless fun cross into the realm of out of control, placing others in danger? Does the entitled patient comply with his treatment, or will he make the frontline workers pay? How often do you deal with entitled customers? Will the big event get canceled due to the officer's mistake? Can he be forgiven, given the benefit of the doubt? What will reign, new beginnings or old habits? Ride along on this continuing drama series. The ships are 24/7. Buckle up for the bumpy ride. As I said, there's a link at my website. You can see it in the description, nurseann.com. You will love that website. It's there for your inspirational wellness of body, mind, and spirit. Not only that, you can get a link to all the action adventure right along on the book clubs that you're going to help make it a television drama series. Also, the 6 devotionals that we went over, along with the brand new release. After you follow, like, share, and leave your comment, I will see you at the next nurseann.com podcast. If you scroll back, there's a lot of things. We just did the legacy series. Now we're in the transformation series. Going back, there's a lot of emotional videos about emotional resilience, overcoming challenges, breaking out of boxes, being authentic, and so much more. So as you look at my pretty flowers, I'm going to see you later. Have a blessed day.